about that, you need to talk to the U.S. Attorney's Office if you have questions regarding that. Michelle? Gary? This is our prosecutor, Michelle Hannessy. I'll let her spell her name. And Head Deputy Gary Hernsberger. They're both with the Major Crimes Division. Thank you.
Michelle Hannessy,
Step right up to the mics. There we go.
Michele1LHANISEE.
So you're satisfied that Norwood basically, if it weren't for the federal charges, he would have walked out of here today? Explain all that?
Well, Mr. Norwood is obviously the lesser of two evils in this scenario, and the sentence was calculated accordingly. But based on the amount of time that he's already done, he will walk out of here immediately.
Are you satisfied with everything here? Is the family happy with this?
The family is satisfied, and they approved this negotiated disposition. The reality is that the law didn't allow the sentence that would have been just in this case based on the amount of harm that was done to Bryan. The charges were what they were, and Mr. Sanchez pled to what was very nearly the maximum sentence allowable under the law.
Was there any stretch it would have been ridiculous to even try attempted murder charge on this?
It's something we considered, but we didn't feel the facts supported that charge.
So you talk about Mr. Sanchez, what will he actually do in the way of time? He got, what, 8 years? What will he do?
He will do 85% of that time.
So about 6.5 years?
Correct.
Can you explain Mr. Norwood's role in this assault and why he would be not getting charged with a violent crime?
The evidence at the preliminary hearing was that Mr. Sanchez was being the aggressor towards Giants fans even inside the stadium, and that Mr. Norwood was in fact holding him back and trying to prevent him from assaulting others. And the scenario outside in the parking lot with respect to Bryan Stow's group is that Mr. Sanchez was again the aggressor, and Mr. Norwood just sort of followed along to back up his friend.
Was there ever a chance or thought of making him a plea deal and go against against Sanchez?
If there was, that's not something we would discuss.
Anything else?
Just to clarify what Sanchez will serve now, from now until he'll be getting out of prison when exactly?
Well, under the realignment rules, I couldn't tell you. He is, you know the number of actual days he served, and he's required to serve 85% of his actual time.
And
Any reaction to his smirking, his smiling, even the judge commented on that as the family spoke, that heartbreaking testimony from Bryan Stow's family.
All I can say is that it seems that people who have a poor judgment in one area of life seem to have it in all areas of life.
One question, Dr.
The judge seemed to make a lot of this idea of someone going to a sports event and having tremendous mayhem inflicted on them, clearly trying to make a point. Can you echo what you feel about that, and is there a view from the prosecutor's office on this type of violence?
You know the problem we have, especially in the city and county of Los Angeles, with fan violence, but I think that if anything good has come out of this case, it's brought public attention to the problem of fan violence at our stadiums, and hopefully people are becoming more aware of it, and the stadiums are becoming more aggressive in the way they handle it.
And what about your office? What is your view of any type of fan violence like this?
It shouldn't exist. This is a game. It should be fun. It should be family friendly.
Counsel, forgive me if this question was asked earlier, but Aaron, in her remarks, made the comment that you got off easy as an understatement. Did they get off easy?
Yeah, yes, they did get off easy. Bryan Stow is serving a life sentence in a wheelchair and diapers. He's permanently brain damaged. He's not getting better ever.
But
so
there's
yes.
no way the law permits you to have gotten more from these defendants.
No, the maximum sentence we could have got on the injuries to Bryan Stow was 9 years. Just looking at the charges related to Bryan and the injuries to him. The coma allegation only adds 5 years to the sentence.
It must be enormously frustrating to you that Norwood walks free.
It is, the sentences on both of the men are frustrating.
Can you calculate you said 6.5 years that Sanchez is going to serve based on 85%. Is that minus time served, or can you do the math for us there?
I'm not the Department of Corrections. They do math in their own special way. But yes, he will be given credit for the actual time served plus 15% good time, work time credits on top of that.
So Norwood walks today.
We don't know when he does.
If Mr. Stow's condition would ever take a turn for the worse, would you be prohibited from refouling?
If he dies?
Yeah.
Yes.
We would be
You'd
prohibited?
be prohibited?
No?
No.
If he died, you could charge murder?
Yes.
If Bryan Stow unfortunately passed away, we could charge murder.
as long as the causation is from this incident. If he dies for another reason, no.
Please, just step forward, we can't hear you.
Counsel, identify yourself. Go ahead.
Gary Hernsberger, Hearnsberger, Head Deputy Major Crimes.
Step forward a little bit.
If Mr. Stow were to pass as a result of the injuries that he received, it would be possible, we'd have to review it, but it would be possible to charge Sanchez probably with a second-degree murder.
How do the people benefit from this plea deal as opposed to going through the...
Well, we got it on nearly the full sentence without having to go through the trial. And anybody who has ever seen a trial, you've got 11 or 12 people on the jury, you never know if they're all going to agree and so forth. So we got a conviction. We had a problem. LAPD had a problem with putting this case together from the very beginning, and the investigation ultimately resulted in the charges being filed, and I think that there was a difference between the way Norwood acted and the way Sanchez acted, and so Sanchez got the maximum sentence on the mayhem charge.
Sir, do you have any reaction to the smirking and the almost laughing in class from Sanchez?
No.
Okay.
Counsel,
One more question.
Just a logistics question. What physically happens with Norwood right now? Where does he go? What happens to him? When does he get his freedom? How does it work?
I've been told that there is a federal charge against Mr. Norwood. I think you guys reported that they did a search warrant and weapons were found in his house. I believe that the federal government has charged him with a crime. Typically what they would do if they have charged him, a warrant would be in the system. And if that's the case, I'm not saying that it is, but if that is the case, that warrant would probably be served so that Norwood might otherwise be released, but if there are outstanding warrants, he would be transferred to federal jurisdiction to face any crimes that he may have there.
He walks out of CJ and he goes into the hands of the U.S. Marshals almost immediately.
Not almost immediately. The federal government would pick him up and take him.
Well, would that happen at the jail or right here at this building?
No, it wouldn't happen here.
Do you know if there is such a warrant?
I've been told that, but I'm not. We're not the federal government. I've heard that. I don't know if it's true or not.
That's all. No, that's it. That's it.
Released immediately? Is that...
We're not the sheriff's
We believe
department.
so, but that's the sheriff's
Yeah.
decision.
Thank you. Thanks very much. And we will bring down copies of the impact statements if you want to wait 2 minutes.
Anybody else talking?